You suddenly smell ash and sulfur. Heat begins to radiate even within the portal as you near your destination.
Somebody said something about a red dragon, so who cursed us with this?
I guess that was me. I'm sorry.
Look for any opportunity to take out any of the competition.
Maybe. Are you giving everyone that advice?
Let us begin.
Oh, you almost got me.
Greetings, and welcome to Crucible of Fate, Episode 13, Part 1. I am your host and killer DM, David Carter. And man, oh man, I am excited for today's episode. We've got a really good cast of players and characters, and one of the players from my home game is competing today, so I'm super excited to see how things go for her. No bias though, of course. Before we get into the game, there are a couple of things that I do want to cover. So first of all, if you haven't subscribed to the channel on YouTube, please just click subscribe and click on the bell. It definitely helps out the show, it helps out the algorithm, it helps push the show to more people. So if you're enjoying it, please do hit subscribe. Second, if you're considering being a contestant, I still do need some names on a wait list, so there's still a chance to compete in round 1. So you can head to the Crucible of Fate website. The link is in the video description. All the rules, the process for applying, they're all there. There's also a link to the gift shop where you can get a bunch of cool Crucible of Fate merch. If you're looking for a Dungeons & Dragons community to join, I highly suggest you join our Discord. It's a very, very active community. The folks in there really care about one another. We're always there for support, to play D&D, to talk about D&D. There's a bunch of games going on all the time each week. We have watch parties for both the episodes being released on YouTube and on Twitch, so it's a whole lot of fun. Please do join our Discord through the link in the description if you're looking for an opportunity to meet like-minded people and D&D fans. Lastly, if you're really enjoying the show, please consider supporting it on Patreon. Every single contributor really helps, and I really appreciate it. And I'd like to thank Stuart Powell, who was a contestant in the last episode, for supporting the show. Thanks very much, Stu. And also, I'd like to thank Michael Rusko, who's also a new patron. And he is the host and part of the team behind Die Inspired, which is another Dungeons & Dragons game show. Theirs is more like a survivor type thing, but there's a link in the video description, and I highly encourage you to check that out. So thanks very much, Michael. Okay, that's all I have for announcements, so let's get on with the show and meet everybody. So let's meet our contestants for tonight. Starting in the top left is Mare, and she plays Lady Mirren in my home game, which that group, while you guys are all down here in the abyss struggling for your lives, they're up on the surface of Oriah on the material plane fighting for their lives too, and the lives of everyone on the planet, I might add. So, Mare.
Yes, hi. My name is Mare. I'm playing from New Brunswick, Canada today. Dave said I play in his game. We've been playing for a couple of years now. Usually I play with primarily the same group of people, so this is going to be a little bit different for me today, so I'm excited.
Great. Well, welcome to the show, Mare, and good luck to you. Next up, Pat.
Hi, Pat, obviously. I am in upstate New York, originally from California. I've been playing D&D since the 1970s, before the A&D books came out, when they were just little paperback stuff. I still play first edition, but I've played every edition of D&D. I like 5th edition. I like first edition because I'm used to it. but I kind of like the story. I think 5th is a little easier to get new people into. When you had those funky armor classes in 1st edition, it's pretty hard for new players to play along, but I've never been to a Gen Con, so I'm really, really excited about this. It's looking forward to it. So good luck, everybody, and hope we all do well, but only 3 of us are going to make it, so.
Well, welcome to the show, Pat, and I just want to thank you for also being a patron of the show. It's really great to have you here, and I appreciate the support, and glad to have another D&D veteran. I certainly didn't start playing in the 70s, but for me it was the mid-80s, but we welcome your experience, and I hope that you enjoy yourself today. Okay, next up, Nate.
Okay, so I'm 2nd generation player. Parents started in 1980. My mom still has the old coloring D20 dice that she still uses. I started in 2001, player and DM. My players would disagree, it's been a while, but excited to be here.
Excellent, glad to have you. Okay, now we are not only moving down to the bottom left, but we're traveling across the ocean to welcome Tom.
Yes. Hello, I'm Tom. I'm from Denmark, even though I'm German, but that's almost the same. Well, my first contact with role-playing was in the late 80s, where I started playing the German role-playing game, Das Schwarze Auge, or the Dark Eye, as they have translated it the recent years. And then everything, well, fell to the ground, and work and stuff and life, and I haven't played for many years, and then I started again like 5 years ago, D&D 5th edition. So easy to get started there. Well, what's about to say about me? I have a YouTube channel where I visit lost places, abandoned buildings, and make some kind of documentaries about the history of the place and stuff. And also, because I left Germany, my hometown, I have a series dedicated to my hometown where I point out all the interesting places, the good stuff, even though it's an industrial city. That's me.
Cool, man. Well, welcome to the show, and guten Abend to you. I know it's a bit later there. Definitely want that link to your YouTube channel so everyone can check out all of your work. See where you're from. All right, we are now moving to the east coast of Canada no, you're in Ontario, aren't you, Chris?
Yes, I am.
All right. Carry on.
Well, like I said, I'm originally from the East Coast. My name is Chris. I live in Ontario. I've been playing D&D since mid-80s. I played every edition. Really into it. As you can tell, I'm rocking the D&D shirt, so.
Nice.
Found it on Amazon. I'll actually post it in I'll send you the chat so you can find it if anyone's looking. I just love it. I have fun. I host the game. I want to thank Dave for inviting me to Crucible of Fate. Discord, friendly people. Love it. Thank you. First time felt welcome in a large group like this. So that's really it. I'm just looking to play, have a good time, and let the dice make our fate.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, Chris, and we're certainly glad to have you on the show and love having you in the Discord server, and I'm glad to hear that you feel welcome there, because that's our objective for everyone that wants to join. It's definitely...
if anyone wants to know, my name on there is Cractive, so...
Cool. Okay, and last but not least, we have Jonathan.
Hi guys, my name is Jonathan. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, recently moved here from Michigan. Started playing D&D about 9 years ago. It was something on my bucket list, and so I just read Lost Minds at Phandelver. I never played before, and DM'd for a group of all newbies as well. And then 9 years later, I've been playing every week at least, and then getting to a game show like this, which is really awesome. I enjoy DMing, I enjoy playing. I'm lucky enough to have a group of DMs that we all rotate, so that's a lot of fun. But I'm excited to give it my best in a more PvP-oriented D&D session that I'm not used to, but I'm really excited about. So that's me.
Good stuff. Welcome to the show, Jonathan. And I'm excited to play some Dungeons and Dragons with all of you guys. Even though this game is horrifically unfair, it's horrifically unfair to all of you equally. So that's all that matters. Okay, folks, so you've met our contestants for tonight. We're now gonna go to the trailer, and when we come back, we'll pick things up inside the Fate's Hand Tavern. We'll see you in a minute.
It's time. Bring them. Offer them riches, offer them glory. I don't care. Just bring me their souls.
As you wish, Master.
Yes.
You think you have what it takes? Every roll can mean life or death. 120 contestants. Who will survive? Who will win? It could be you. This is high stakes D&D.
As consciousness returns to you all, you begin to hear the sounds of soft footsteps making their way into the center of the contestants' circle. You are now positive that these are the familiar footsteps of Dregs, the head of security and the lead soul hunter that is supporting the Crucible of Fate down here within the abyss. As the lights come on and illuminate the contestants' circle, you can see clearly that there are 36 empty spots now from the contestants that have perished before you. As he stands there, he takes a slow circle looking around as if at each of you in turn. His gravelly voice echoes throughout this immeasurable chamber. All right, you all know the drill. If your name is called, steel yourselves. Be brave. Be decisive. Take control of your destiny and do not wait for fate's hand to decide for you, or you may not make it out alive. I salute your courage, but remember, trust no one and protect yourselves at all times. And at this point, he draws a scroll from within his cloak and begins to read the names of tonight's contestants. Andriel, Death Trap, Nilo, Suave Thought Breath, Felros Helder, and Stack. You have been selected by fate to participate in the Crucible of Fate tonight. And at this point, you feel yourselves slowly begin to lower towards the ground before a sudden drop of a few inches at the end. And as you catch your balance, you find yourselves for the first time looking around at the contestants who you will be competing with and against during the games tonight. You've now seen this happen 12 times before, not knowing who will be aligned with who and what it will take for you to survive tonight. But rest assured, only 3 of you will, and 3 of you will be dropped down to the combat bracket, your final chance to survive, else you'll be lost to the abyss for eternity. At this point, you see the familiar form of Theramgul emerge from the shadows and begin to walk towards Dregs with his arms outstretched in a familiar greeting. At this point, Dregs disappears in a puff of shadow and vanishes from your sight. Was it something I said, Dregs? I just wanted to greet you. There's no need to be so rude. At any rate, welcome to all of you to the Crucible of Fate. I am your gracious host, Thermghoul, and you are most welcome here within the Fate's Hand Tavern. It is an honor to meet all of you, and I look forward to watching you squirm and suffer throughout the games tonight. I take a certain amount of joy from this, and I have to admit, the last game just didn't really deliver for me. I say this all the time, but your ability and capacity to cooperate and survive is quite frustrating at times. However, you have now made the bidding and the gambling part of the Eyes of Truth far more interesting, for you have shown that even in your lack of experience down here, fate is a fickle bitch, she is, and even I do not know what will transpire once you go through the portals. In any case, the next few hours will be thrilling. Keep your wits about you. Be bold and take action, as Dregs has said before me. You are all potentially legends in the making. For the survivors, your story will be told for centuries. And for those that perish, not so much. But you can look forward to an eternity with whoever bids the most for your souls. So, all of this to say, play these games as if your lives depend on it, huh? Okay. It is time now for the Eyes of Truth to meet each and every one of you. So, each of you has 2 minutes to introduce yourselves, and this will be our first opportunity to get to know you and determine your worth based solely on your appearance and your words, which is totally fair. Andriel, you're first.
So you guys see a very small elven girl. You can see the ears, the distinctive pointy ears kind of sticking out from under her hair. She's got a loose robe on, looks like there's lots of pockets, a quarterstaff and a short bow strapped to her back. Both look worn, like they're probably secondhand, seen some use. She's kind of disheveled and just kind of, hair and clothes kind of askew, like she was maybe did not come here willingly. And she kind of looks everyone over and says, I'm Andriel. I've never been one to back down from a challenge. I like training. I like testing myself against different opponents. I dislike being kidnapped and forced to fight for the amusement of a psychopath.
Understandable.
Just me, maybe.
No, it's not. Thank you, and welcome, Andriel. And life is about experiences, right? Just an opportunity to grow through suffering.
You're an optimist.
Eternally. Eternally. For eons. But my time is coming. Deathtrap.
Well, Deathtrap appears to be human, although he's huge. 6'8", Definitely built like some sort of warrior. Just big, massive. He's got slightly wavy black hair that goes past his shoulders and a full beard and mustache. He's got emerald green eyes, and he's got a piece of cloth tied around his head that's green that kind of makes his eyes stand out even more. He's got a scar that starts between his ear and his eye. It goes down and disappears into his beard. Kind of hard to tell what may have made that. The massive body is covered in chainmail. He's got a long sword at his side. He's got a shield in his left hand, and there is a symbol of Praxis boldly displayed in the middle. And then there's a small skull up in the top close to his body that's embossed on there. He's got some javelins sticking out of his backpack as well. He gives an extended look to everyone, possibly trying to assess his allies, maybe sizing up his enemies, probably both. He walks towards Tharamgul, stops short of him, kind of spittles out like from Chew, seems to be unconcerned whether he hits him or not, and then he turns around and goes back where he started from without saying a word.
Death Trap. I like that name. It's very catchy and very fitting for what's about to happen tonight. I wish you the best of luck, servant of Praxis. Nilo.
You guys will see the exact opposite. A small gnome standing a little over 3 foot tall with scale mail armor, a nice, intricate, interesting looking hammer, same with a unique shield. All his gear seems to be worn, but well cleaned, all in place. Lots of tools, smith tools, tinker's tools. Dark hair, dark skin, and most notably right behind him is a steel defender bipedal that appears to have shields in both hands with small blades. And then Nilo will bow and say, "I'm at your service."
I'm glad to hear that, Nilo. I hope that I am included in that. Always interesting to have one of your talents down here. The last Steel Guardian that entered into one of our games played quite a decisive role. See if yours will as well. I will try my best not to judge you by your size and will look to your capabilities. Do you have what it takes to command my armies, little one?
Time will tell.
It will, everyone. And next, Suave Thought Breath.
You see before you war-worn, dragonborn gem ancestry, which the look of his clothing and his shield and the armor is what some people on a distant planet called Earth would call Viking. He has, what does he have? He seems to be about 42.5 years old. He's, of course, hairless. His skin is turquoise. His eyes are purple. He's about 6'3" tall, and he carries 2 hand axes. And a morning star is spelled. And in his hand he has, of course, a shield, a black shield with a dragon motif on that seems in the right light be darker than the rest of the shield, but it's actually not. It's just a play of light because it's embossed or something like that. And he has a hand crossbow at the ready. And he approaches Thermghoul just a couple of steps and says, why did you do that? Why did you get me out of there? Couldn't you have given me just 10 minutes more? I was getting to the barmaid.
I take no responsibility in the timing of your removal from the material plane. I have people for these types of things, and they're not always too careful with the situation. But you have my sympathy.
What can I buy from that?
That's a good question. I guess I don't really mean it anyway, so I'm just trying to be nice.
That's what I thought. And he turns around and gets back to the others.
Like it, very straightforward and to the point. Belros Helder.
You see before you half-elven, cleared ears, long white hair, coat and armor entitled into each other combined, just standing there. It's that scene. You also see impressive a glowing piece off his left breast. If you take a closer look, you would see a piece of a gem. He turns to you, dusts his jacket, bows. Good evening to you all. Let's see what brings the end of this. And turns and bows to you. And that's it.
That is an interesting adornment you have. May I approach you?
Yes.
May I touch you, Felros?
I just stand there, arms open.
Thermghoul kind of puts his index finger to where your shirt is and where the gem is, and you feel like his claw grows stronger and longer as he just kind of like pulls the shirt down, examining the gem. Very interesting. Do you even know what this is?
My father handed it to me on his deathbed. I pressed it to my chest, it sunk in, and led to my family's killers.
Oh, very interesting. We will see what will come of this, Felros. You're a lucky individual. And lastly, let us hear from Stack.
All right, what you guys see with Stack is you see a small, skinny orc, pale green skin, like the color you would see a human if they were sick, covering his entire body. His jawline seems to always be moving, kind of like a cow eating hay, which is kind of always as it moves around. You see that there's just one tusk on his right side, no tusk on the other side, but normal teeth besides that. He's sporting a chainmail that seems to be a little bit too big for him. He's obviously an orc, but just seems smaller than ones that if you've seen them before. He's sporting a staff on his back and just a normal wooden shield. It looks like it might have been part of a barrel that he picked up and kind of just handmade to give him a little extra protection. On his belt loop, you see a component pouch. You see a sack with it looks like tiny metallic balls on it, and then you see a couple daggers on his waist as well. He comes up and he looks at all of you guys. You see that he's wearing two pendants on his chest, and he, as he's moving, he kind of addresses you all and says, "Well, hello everyone. My name's Stack, and anyways, the Paula priest always told me that strangers are just friends that you haven't met yet. But then Nyla,
I also follow her, and she says that sometimes strangers are just enemies that you haven't killed yet. And it's always exciting to go about situations in different ways. So I guess we'll see what we all become. Anyways, Stack's not my full name, but that's a full story for another time.
And then he like kind of waves to everyone and kind of smiles as he's kind of, his jaw still over to the side just a little bit, and waves each of you guys politely, kind of like with a sociopathic look in his eyes.
Please do not take this the wrong way, Stack, but how are you still alive?
Well, I keep looking for my parents. They dropped me off at the orphanage, and I found them a couple times, but then we get lost. And so both the Powell priest and the nihilists have been helping me find them. The nihilists sent me here. They said my parents might be here, so I figured, what the hey?
What the hey? What the hey, indeed, Stack. I look forward to seeing what fate has in store for you. I'm having a bit of difficulty picturing you as commander of my legions, but perhaps this will change in time. Team Nyla. Go Team Nyla.
Oh, do you worship as well?
Pardon me. I missed that.
Do you worship Nyla as well? Those guys are pretty nice.
Give me a persuasion check. I would definitely not use those words, but we have mutual acquaintances.
We might know the same people.
Perhaps we do. All right. With your introductions out of the way, I would like to give you an opportunity to get to know one another a bit better, with 5 minutes of conversation between you all, while at least the 1,354 pairs of eyes gaze down upon you while you speak. So please feel relaxed, make yourselves at home, and do not think lightly of this 5 minutes, as it is a free opportunity to really get to know one another before you face mortal danger together. So, your 5 minutes of free time begins now.
Andrew's gonna sit down and pull off her backpack and just kind of muttering to herself, gonna start pulling out some sacks that kind of jingle a little bit and just start stuffing them in her pockets with her robe and go, what's the plan, guys?
Use a monster.
Good
Easy
plan.
as that.
That's simple.
Go ahead, sorry. My bad.
Kind of gestures to you.
I don't think we should underestimate what could be waiting for us on the other side of that door. I don't know about all of you guys, but I got some unfinished business that I really need to get back to.
What's that? What business do you have?
Well, I was looking into some shady stuff going on, and some may say snooping, I would say investigating. And I don't know, someone threw a bag over my head and now I'm here, and that doesn't sit right with me.
As far as I am concerned, it will take some time before we get out of here, even if we survive.
Stack's gonna walk over to Nilo's little It's a steel defender, it's dog shaped. The steel defender.
Bipedal, so it's
Bipedal?
my size. Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk over to that and just be like, "Oh, hi Nilo, I'm Stack. Who's this little buddy? What's his name?" I'm gonna kind of like put my hand on the shoulder.
Milo will look at you curiously, and he'll say, "This is my steel defender Flank. He's been with me through thick and thin. I made it myself."
Wow. That's like I could never do that. That's pretty neat.
And then Milo will probably just walk off towards Death Trap, start investigating him, check out his armor and weapons, and then Flank will follow.
About everyone. Hello to everyone. I pulled a flask. Would anybody care for a drink?
I would like to. I mean, they don't have anything here in this weird inn.
I always carry two. I offer it out. Take a swing.
Thank you very much, friend.
What do you got there?
Of course. Whatever fancies my flavor at the time. I don't remember what this one is. It's whatever I grabbed last. Offer a flask out if anybody else would like some. It's just a nice fruit entitled wine.
Milo will reach out and take it.
Yeah, so we'll Stack. We'll come over.
I turn Stack and I kind of look a little stand at you. Go. Is everything okay? You don't look like.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, things are looking up now.
For your mouth, it just keeps moving. So like, it just seems a little different.
He kind of puts his hand on his mouth and kind of covers up his one tusk.
Well, I'm sorry. We'll try.
No offense. No offense. Different breeds uniqueness. You never know. You might surprise us.
That's what the Paula priest at the orphanage used to say. I'm sorry, go ahead. And then he like offers to you again.
So Death Trap will just politely refuse any food or drink. He'll say, "I'm going to kill or help kill, if we can, the enemy. I don't really trust anybody. You've seen what's happened here. A lot of betrayal. People do not mean what they say. Let our actions do the talking on the field. But for those of you that think you're getting out of here, even if you survive tonight, I don't think any of us are getting out of here."
And on that note, your 5 minutes has come to an end, everyone. I hope that this has been beneficial to you. As you are aware, we will be playing Hunter and Hunted tonight. But before we select the lair in which you will be entering, I would like to take this time to review the items that are in the gift shop for you, as some of them may entice you to visit the gift shop during your intermission action. Okay, as this is descriptive, I won't use Theramgul's voice, but in Tier 1, which means to purchase it, you have to roll once on the Wheel of Consequence. You see 2 items. The first one is a potion vial. The liquid within, as you first lay your eyes on it, it bursts into flame, filling the whole vial with fire, before freezing in place and turning to ice. It then melts and turns to steam before bursting into flames once again, and this process just continues repeatedly as you see the potion vial floating in the air. The second one is a finely made cloak. The color changes to your taste, and as does the material and style of this cloak. However, the mantle of it, like along the shoulders and like just behind the neck and like the upper chest area, are constantly showing as a form of like chainmail. Although the coloring may change and the size of the rings and all of that, depending on what your personal preferences are, it is a finely tailored cloak with the symbol of Pala at the clasp. In Tier 2, meaning 2 spins of the Wheel of Consequence. And this all now remains from episode 12. First up is a potion vial with transparent liquid within. And you can see that floating in the liquid is a crescent moon shape that appears to be black or dark brown and fairly big, like several inches in diameter. There's also a shield with many intricate angled grooves and designs that cover the surface of the shield, like the outer edge, and seem to make the shield appear to be much thicker than it actually is. In Tier 3, where you would have to roll 3 times on the Wheel of Consequence, the first is a energy mote, like a magical like sphere, and as you look at it, it shifts into your own armor that you're currently wearing, if you are wearing any. However, you can tell that it has been improved with adamantine and is glowing with magical energy. And finally, the second item in Tier 3 is a cloak or robe, which once again shifts in color and material and like size and form. But what remains consistent is that it is completely covered in eyes that look around in all directions. And it's a bit unnerving as they all blink separately, but it's just hundreds of eyes looking in different directions. And there you have it, folks, our gift shop items for this evening. I hope you find them compelling, and I hope that you will find them useful should you choose to take a spin of the Wheel of Consequence. So it is now time to generate our initiative order to determine who will go first for intermission actions. So I'd like to do this in order, guys, so just wait until I call out your name. Remember that you can use normal dexterity initiative, you can use your perception skill check, or you can use your intelligence ability check. Okay, so first up, Andriel. A 3. Death Trap. 23. Milo. 8. Suave. 6. Belros. 17. And finally, Stack. An 8. Stack's modifier is a 1. Nilo, what's your modifier to your roll?
+2.
+2, okay. So Stack, I'm just going to drop you to a 7. Greetings, Death Trap. You are the first contestant to conduct your intermission action. Tell me, what would you like to do?
I want to go to your little shop of horrors there.
Assuming you mean the gift shop.
Yeah. Yep.
Very well. As the Fate's Hand Tavern fades away from around you, Theramgul waves his hand overly dramatically, and the gift shop shelves apparate all around you. So, Death Trap, what has caught your eye, may I ask?
Actually, I just want to buy some normal gear. I think your prices are a little steep on your tiered items. A little chaotic for me.
There's no reward without the risk, but hey, if you prefer the mundane, that is fine.
So, Deathrap is going to sell the Lantern of Revealing for it's worth 5,000. He gets half of that as 2,500. Also, he's going to sell his chainmail, 75 value, gets 37 gold on that.
And 5
he
silver.
Wants to, what's that?
And 5 silver.
And 5 silver. Okay. He is going to buy Splint. It's the base is 200, but he wants the adamantine version of it, which is another 500, so 700 total there. And then he wants to buy 3 potions of speed at 400 each. And then he's going to buy a light crossbow for 25 and 20 bolts for 1 and a case to put the bolts in for 1.
Okay.
So after tallying all that up, he's left with 610 gold pieces. He's going to dump his bedroll rations, hemp rope because he's got a silk one, and his torches just to lighten himself up a little bit. And that is it.
Okay. And then with the splint, were you one of the ones that had the reduced speed?
I do, yes.
Okay, so...
Because of my strength, yep.
All right, sorry. Just gonna do that. Okay, so with the splint, that's the reason your speed is reduced by 20, correct?
Correct. And then the adamantine...
220.
Prevents...
Reduced 220, not by 20.
Reduced 220, correct. And the adamantine makes it basically resistant immune to critical hits. Yeah. Critical hits become normal hits, so...
Okay.
And that's all he needs to do.
And you're sure you want to go into battle with all that gold dangling around inside your coin purse?
Yep, if all works out, there'll be another trip to the shop.
For someone, anyway.
Yeah.
Very well. I do not want to push you. I'm not a salesman. Well, of such mundane things, anyway. Very well, Deathrap. I wish you good luck in the battle to come. I hope that fate is watching over you. Greetings, Valros. It is your turn for your intermission action. How may I be of service to you?
I would like to parlay if possible.
It certainly is. And to whom would you like to parlay?
Stack.
Stack. Interesting. Just one moment, please. Greetings, Stack.
Oh, hi there.
Hello. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Felros. Do you accept or refuse his invitation?
Oh, Felros? Well, I guess we'll see if he's a Paula friend or a Nyla friend. I'll accept.
Very well. Felros, you have 3 minutes, which begins now.
Well, greetings, Stack. I would like to say, out of everyone, you made the most impression. As your bit of we worship, it's to each its own. But I would like to make it a interest of an alliance, or I could say, at least a team effort.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you were a stranger a second ago, and I was wondering if we were going to be friends or if we were going to, try to kill each other. So.
I always find the most unique people have the most unique to offer.
Sure. Oh, I'm totally down for an alliance. That would make me real happy, actually. A lot of strange people around here.
He kind of lingers on Sarengold a little bit too long.
I offer a flask to cement our alliance.
Oh, what's this? Is this the same stuff from before?
Yes.
Oh, it's pretty good.
He'll take it, and then he kind of like
legs. Yeah.
moves his jaw a little bit and then takes a swig and then passes it back.
What do you bring to the table? What's your style?
Intrigue, entertainment, mischief, and observant.
Oh, what have you observed so far? Is there anyone else that you're interested in hanging out with for longer than like a day?
At the moment, no. You seem a more entertaining person, more interesting. And those are more the people that find a way to surprise people.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if you keep supplying that drink, I'll be your friend for a long time.
I look forward to a good friendship.
Oh, that's all.
I offer my hand in friendship.
Yeah, he takes the hand and he shakes it kind of forcefully, not like in an aggressive way, but just kind of like in an excited way.
Yeah, if you go down, I'll help you back up. I got a few tricks from Paolo up my sleeve.
I got a few tricks to distract and entertain, and if need to, take down.
What? Oh, what do you do for entertainment? Was that your job before you became a death fighter here in this death pit of death?
Before this, my family was a liberator of wealth for the right instead of the privilege.
Oh, interesting.
Gentlemen,
You probably like...
I apologize for interrupting, but your 3 minutes has concluded, and so has this parley. I will see you both momentarily. Best of luck. Greetings, Nilo. It is your turn for your intermission action. What can I do for you?
I'd like to see the shop to see if anything's been purchased yet.
Well, the gift shop it is. And as Theramgul just kind of turns around and motions dramatically with his hands, the shelves of the gift shop apparate before you, and you can see that none of the items of the tiered gear have been purchased.
I do believe I'd like to take the first tier cloak then.
Very well. Would you like to keep this item permanently or just for this evening?
Why not make it permanent?
In that case, I need a D20 roll, please. Checking my notes. This is a homebrew condition called Hampered. Your attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Gotcha.
With that nasty business out of the way, I'm happy to inform you that you now own a Cloak of Protection +1. So that is +1 to AC and saving throws.
Sounds good.
So feel free to add that to your inventory. Is there anything else you would like to purchase here while we're at the gift shop, Nilo?
No, I think that'll sway me away from purchasing anything else.
You sure?
I sure am.
In that case, our business is concluded unless you have some mundane items to purchase with gold.
No, thank you then.
Very well. I will see you shortly. Greetings, Stack. It is your turn to conduct your intermission action. Tell me, what would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to get to know some of the other people a little better. So I was gonna parley, but I couldn't decide who with, so I thought I'd just take my lucky dice and roll for it. 1 will be Andriel, 2 will be Deathtrap, 3 will be Nilo, and 4 will be Suave. I'm gonna roll a D6. Oh, no, I have a D4. I'll do a D4. Oh, it looks like it's Suave.
You certainly are a confidant of Nyla. Very dedicated to your chaos. Like this.
Nyla's taught me a lot. So has Paolo. Yin and yang.
You know, someday you may have to choose between them.
Someday?
I understand they don't get along very well.
Oh, the very opposite of that. What I've learned is one is good for one situation and one good for another situation. And you just kind of pick and choose. You can't live your life as a two-dimensional person.
That is a very astute observation, Stack. Perhaps I have misjudged you and there is more to be discovered about you. Intriguing. One moment. I will grab Suave for you. Greetings, Suave. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Stack. Do you accept his invitation or refuse it?
I will accept.
Very well. In that case, Stack, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
Oh, well hi there, Suave. I picked you because you seem really neat. Have you been enjoying the break?
As good as one can.
Nice.
What about you?
Oh, I've enjoyed it. Got to talk to a person or two. Everyone seems really interesting. I'm still not sure if they're gonna have, and he kind of holds up his necklace, if I'm gonna be a Paolo friend or a Nyla friend, but I'm ready to see where it takes me. Have you gotten to talk to anyone yet?
My honor demands me to say no.
Oh, well, it's nice that you live by a code. Do you worship somebody?
Not really.
Oh, well, if you ever want to know more about Paolo or Nyla, let me know. I'd be happy to teach you.
Well, if we ever have the time to talk about that, we can do that. Be sure about that. If we ever have some free time.
Sure, I'm sure after today we'll have all the free time in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I talked to some people. Everyone seems really nice. I was wondering if you would want to, not kill each other or kill each other. I just figured I'd ask so that we could have it all on the table.
No reason to kill anybody in the first game.
That sounds great. So, if you go down, I know a couple of tricks from my Paula Priest orphanage friends, where I can bring someone back. So, I'll do that for you if you'll do. I also have a healing potion at my belt. If you could just chug that down me if I fall asleep, I'd really appreciate it.
I promise you that I will if you fall down and I get the chance to get to you.
Oh.
If circumstance allows.
Thanks. I haven't met many Dragonborn, and I like your look, especially the shield. But why is it so dark?
It's my family shield worn through generations of Dragonborn.
Wow, my shield's from, I don't remember where it's from, but maybe my kids will be able to get this shield.
And he kind of holds up again, it's like a jankety half-barrel wooden shield that he's holding.
That'd be pretty cool. Maybe it gets darker through the generations.
That would be very nice. I hope you will get the chance to do that.
Oh, I hope that you get to pass your shield down to your next little Dragonborn buddy as well.
Well, should I not survive, feel free to take it and bring it to my family.
Oh, thanks. I'll get your home address later from you.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
I sent you a text.
I sincerely apologize, but I have to stick to the rules. It's been 3 minutes. I truly hope you accomplished what you set out to. At any rate, the intermission action is over. I will see you both shortly. Greetings, Suave. It is your turn for your intermission action. How may I be of service to you?
Let's take a look at the shop, please.
Gift shop. Very well. That seems like it was a taxing decision. Are you sure you would like to go to the gift shop?
No, I'm not, but let's go on visit.
Very well. At this point, the Fatesand Tavern fades away as the gift shop apparates around you. And of the tiered items, only one has been sold, and the cloak from Tier 1 is now gone, but the rest remain. What catches your eye, Suave?
The Tier 1 potion. That could interest me.
Okay, and so this is the one that changes from like flame to ice and back?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Would you like to purchase it?
This is a yes.
Excellent. Would you like it to be active just for one game or for the entire evening? And so too will be your consequence.
Yes, the entire evening.
In that case, please roll a d20, Suave. $11. You would lose one spell slot from your highest available level of spells.
That.
Very well. Very well. With that out of the way, this is a homebrew item. Are you drinking it now?
Do I have to decide that before I drink it? Before I know what it is?
No, of course not. I apologize for trying to rush you. My apologies. This potion is possibly a potion of fire resistance and a potion of cold resistance. At the beginning of each of your turns, you can roll a d4. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's fire resistance. If it's 3 or 4, it's cold resistance. Every turn, you have to reroll.
How long does it last?
The whole episode.
The whole episode?
Yep.
Then I will drink it now. Yes, please.
Very well. Do any other items catch your eye, Suave?
Not to that price, no. No.
Any mundane items that you would like to purchase with gold?
No.
Then in this case, your intermission action has come to an end. We'll see you shortly. Greetings, Andriel. It is your turn for your intermission action. What would you like to do?
Well, I've seen some of the stuff that you've got up your sleeve, so I kind of feel like I need to take any advantage I can. That being said, I don't trust any of the shit you'd have down here. But I thankfully brought one of my own. And I'll pop the cork and drink my potion of heroism.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm gonna put a marker of a magical effect on you for your potion of heroism. We will call this a cast spells usability drink potion. Anything else that I can do for you? No?
I don't think so.
How are you feeling? Excited? You ready to fight?
Yes.
Good.
I'm ready to fight.
Good. And
Crack
hey,
my knuckles.
should look for any opportunity to take out any of the competition early, you know? Don't want to put the target on your back, but hey. may just be an opportunity to off someone very easily.
Maybe. Are you giving everyone that advice? I wonder.
I'd like to give everyone different advice. Keep people on their toes.
Of course. And we'll see how this goes then.
Best of luck to you, Andriel. Welcome back to the Fate's Hand Tavern, everyone. I hope that your intermission actions were productive and that you feel adequately prepared for the battle to come. Speaking of which, it is time to pick your lair. This honor typically goes to the person in the top left corner. So, Mayor, if you could roll a d20, please. A 6. Perfect. This room has not yet been discovered. Give me one moment, for I promised the entity in this room that I would give them a heads up when it was their turn. Just give me one moment, please. You see Thermghoul begin casting, and after he finishes, you hear him speak in a language that is unfamiliar to most of you, and he says, Faki kiri dariv skovbrand, visvi di fevikik zenik ikes wuxjaka lamith dutan. That's what most of you hear. As he finishes talking, a smile grows across his face. Well, now that the lair has been chosen and interested parties are aware, it is time to proceed to the gated gallery. And Thermghoul turns his back to you all and begins to kind of float away from you as you find yourselves entering into a large archway where all of the monoliths with all the various gates to the rooms of the Crucible of Fate are kept. And as you are standing in front of the Hunter and Hunted column, the portal begins to make its way forward to where you're standing. And at this time, I need everyone to roll initiative for the game ahead. So once again, we're going to start with Andriel. Okay, Andriel, 12. Death Trap. Nilo, 22. Suave, 15. Delros. And Stack, 13. As the portal arrives in front of you all, Thermghoul turns to each of you in turn. Any last words before you enter? Nilo.
Well, let's do this. He jumps in with his shield and hammer in hand and a flank right on his tail.
Belros.
I say this in Abyssal, and I clutch the gem. I go, you brought me here for a reason. You see a shield, and I wave on my right hand, and a sword appears. I walk through.
Suave.
He looks up like trying to find the eyes of truth and says, you expected deceit. You will not get this from this man. Honor is very important. So, this will be boring for you. And he turns around and says, "Let's meet this Queen Wildfire we are about to meet and send her back where she came from." And then he has his crossbow and a shield, his hand crossbow and his shield in his hands.
Stack.
He walks up in his chainmail and just has a shield on one hand and his opposite hand is free. And he walks up and says, "Well, I'm sorry, Paula, that I didn't buy your cloak from the magic items, but if someone else has it, I'll make sure to grab it off them when I can." And then he kind of like plugs his nose and walks through the portal.
Andriel.
Andriel kind of shakes out her shoulders and cracks her knuckles again and just says, "I've got a bad feeling about this," and jumps through.
Death trap.
Well, he is now wearing adamantine splint mail. You can see a light crossbow and bolt case. He'll have his long sword holding on with his shield hand, behind his shield, and he pulls out a javelin and says, "Somebody said her, let's kill the bitch," and he'll go through.
And with that, you all jump through the portal and are quickly met by the shadowed hands as they grab onto you all over your body, an innumerable, countless number of hands, each one a different size and a different grip in a different part of your body, pulling you towards an unknown destination, as if you're being passed through an abyssal mosh pit. You suddenly smell ash and sulfur, and heat begins to radiate all around you, even within the portal as you near your destination. And suddenly your eyes become useful once again as you appear now this location. And what you see before you is a 100-foot square room. It is a massive open chamber with stone walls and a stone floor. The ceiling is shrouded in darkness, at least 60 feet up, in both shadow and smoke. The only light source is the glow of the lava that's here in this area that is seeping up through the floor and from a cavern beyond on this side of the map here. The stone floor in front of you seems to slowly move with a rolling motion, as if it is not entirely solid underneath the layer of stone beneath your feet. The heat is intense and almost unbearable, and the smell of sulfur fills your nostrils. And as you begin to look around and gather your senses, you can see that there's writing on these 4 pillars that are in the middle of the room. Each of those also provide you with half cover, light cover, whichever is the correct term. As long as they are between you and your target. And as you begin to take in the sights and sounds, you don't see anything at first, although you can see that this lava is slowly coming up over the ground and like spilling out to the sides. And although it's very, very slow, it is slowly spreading across the room, but at an almost indiscernible pace, i.e. not a mechanical consequence of this room. And suddenly, out of the ceiling, a massive dark shape drops quickly, but lands heavily with one massive pump of its enormous wings just bringing itself to a stop before it lands on this pile of lava in the center. As you are face to face with an adult red dragon. And as the creature lands, she says to you all,
"Pardon my rudeness. I returned as soon as I knew you were coming. You may now beg for your lives, and perhaps I will spare you. Their uncle informed me of your colleague's victory. Do you now hope to defeat me?" Let us begin.
and with that, we will start our initiative order. So in position 1, and this is in alphabetical order according to our episode, we have Andriel, who is this female rogue miniature here. Then we have Death Trap, which is the red-based paladin miniature right here in position 2. Then in position 3, we have Felros using the Gandalf blue-based miniature. Then in position 4 is Nilo with the dwarf, the purple base. Then we have Stack is the barbarian with the yellow base. And then finally, Suave is the red-caped, gray-haired warrior here in position 6. Okay, Nilo, you are up.
So I'm just gonna quickly move 5 feet behind that pillar and then have flank move right behind me, and that'll be my first action and turn.
Okay, so just the movement?
Yes.
Okay, and you have your pet as well, which I'll just use a blue crystal, if that's cool with you.
Perfect.
And where would you like?
Right behind me.
Right behind you. All right, so Nilo, just movement. Now, at initiative count 20, the dragon begins to speak.
You are in the presence of royalty, for I am Queen Skullbrand, and the world shall tremble before me.
And with this, she invokes a Lair action where anyone within 60 feet of her, which I believe is everyone, you feel the ground begin to shake. I'm just gonna count to make sure here. Yeah, so everybody is in range for this one. So in order, if you guys could please give me a dexterity saving throw. First up, Nilo. That is a fail on the dex saving throw. Felros, I need a dex saving throw, please.
All right. Definitely no.
So a fail, Suave.
Here comes nothing. There goes nothing, or whatever. Yeah.
Stack. That is a success. Andriel.
Nice.
And
Oh, wow.
do I have to? I could add a D4 to that if I.
No, you're good.
need to.
You're good. And Death Trap. Right. So, Nilo, Felros, and Suave, the three of you, you feel this intense shaking of the entire room as she just closes her eyes and just bows her head a bit. The entire area begins to tremble like a small earthquake. everyone except for Stack, Andriel, and Death Trap fall prone. That concludes the Lair action. It is now Felros's turn.
I have my movement to stand up.
Okay, so you use half your movement to stand up.
Yep. Gonna hold up my hand, launch Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What does your Eldritch Blast look like,
Get my
Felros?
spells up here. When you see it go up, the hand blows up a black. There's like a black pulse that just shoots straight out.
All right, go ahead and...
And kind of like a light red beam into it too, so...
Cool. Let's have that attack roll.
Definitely no.
Goes wide, and she just kind of like watches it sail past.
Okay.
And
Can I use a Fate Sphere to reroll?
Sure thing. Yep, so you burn your first Fate Sphere, Felros. Go ahead and roll again. An 18. This time, your aim is true, and you strike this creature directly square in the chest, and she just calmly turns her gaze towards you, a big toothy smile, as it did not seem to penetrate her thick hide whatsoever.
Okay. I just tucked in behind a pillar and to grab a bit of cover from my last bit of movement.
Okay, so you just move there.
Yep.
Suave, it is your turn.
Of course, I use half my movement to get up.
Oh.
If I move behind or the 5 feet to the left, would I be in cover? No, maybe not.
Yep, I would give that to you. It's a bigger pillar, so anyone in those 2 spots would actually have it.
Okay, but then I will move there just to get some cover. And now that I'm standing right in front of the pillar, is there anything? You said there was some writing.
Yes. Do you speak Dwarvish or Undercommon?
Of course not.
Then you don't know that those are Dwarvish
Okay.
and Undercommon.
All right. Right. As an action, I think I will use my crossbow. Just loose an arrow, a bolt.
Okay.
Should be with disadvantage because it's over 30 feet, right?
It is over 30 feet, yeah. So go ahead and make that roll at disadvantage.
Oh.
An 18. Your crossbow bolt, despite the long range, you fire an impressive shot dead center right next to where the Eldritch Blast impact point was, and the arrow strikes the creature, although the bolt strikes the creature and then falls harmlessly to the ground as you fail to penetrate the thick hide of this red dragon.
Yeah. Typical. Yeah, I guess that's all I can do so far.
Very well. Stack, it is your turn.
All right. With the lava, you said it's slowly creeping towards us a little bit.
But it's mechanically insignificant. It's just narrative flair.
Okay. I would like to take the dash action and run to the pillar as close as I can get to the pillar, to the left of the dragon.
Okay. Sounds good. So this one here?
Other one.
Oh, that one over here?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, like from the dragon's perspective to the left.
So you're taking the dash action. What is your movement?
It's 30 feet.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right there, but not white behind the pillar.
Oh well. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith. As you see this janky wooden shield, all of a sudden starts to glow with this half white, half black light. Seems to glow around it.
Okay, Shield of Faith is concentration.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm putting a concentration ring on you for your Shield of Faith.
And then I'm just going to say, oh, hey, Felleros, that was a really nice shot. Good job, man. And then that's going to be my turn.
Andriel, it is your turn.
Okay, I'd like to head towards the opposite pillar to where Stack just went on the other side of the dragon.
Okay.
My movement is 45, so as far as I can
15,
get.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, we get you here.
Okay, and then as an action, I'd like to pull a stack of ball bearings out of my pocket, and I'm gonna dump those right in front of me to cover a 10 by 10 square.
Okay, sounds good. So for your action, you put down a 10 by 10 square of ball bearings.
Yes. And then I'm gonna spend a key point and go into patient defense dodge as my bonus action.
Okay, key point for patient defense. Excellent. Anything else for Andriel?
No. Start sweating.
It's pretty hot in there.
Yeah.
Death trap.
I am going to move diagonally towards the middle of the room, so up towards her and to my left, all my whopping 20 feet.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20?
I'm red-based.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
5,
I'm
10,
the red-based, not the red cloak.
5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20.
And how close am I now?
To the dragon, you were 5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20, 25, 35.
Okay, so not quite in range, which means my javelin will be disadvantage. And even if I rolled high, it probably won't hurt her, but I'm gonna roll to hit anyway.
Okay.
And I say, damn, you're hot. That was nice foreplay. We ought to hook up sometime.
All right, let's have the javelin.
And that's disadvantage, so here we go. Nice. And I will mark off a javelin.
Yep, it sails past her into the lava.
And then I'll get my long sword in my hand.
And that makes it the dragon's turn. She just kind of like spreads her wings out slowly, just so you get a sense of the immense size of this creature. And she like scans the room with her long neck, looking at each of you in turn with like her head down. And you can just see that her eyes are just flaming as smoke is coming out of her nose. And she's going to use her frightful presence as she lets out a huge roar. As she's scanning around, she's just like... And I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw, please. And we'll do that in order. So, Nilo. Wisdom save of 19 is enough. You were not frightened by this dragon.
Too busy laying down on the job.
Belros, it is your turn. 16 is not high enough as you are overwhelmed by fear.
And frightened could be challenged at the end of each turn, right?
Yes. So you can repeat this saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, just for clarity for everyone at home, when you have the frightened condition, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear, i.e. the dragon, is within line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. All right, next up, Suave. Wisdom save throw, please. Not enough, so you two are frightened.
I hope you have enough rings.
Okay, stack. Not enough either.
Said it.
Stack. Andriel. $18 is not enough.
I'm going to add my d4 to that
Okay, go ahead and roll your d4.
because it's a save, right?
Yes. Bringing the total to a 19, which is enough to make the save. Not frightened, so I don't even know why I'm reaching for your mini. Lastly, Death Trap. Wisdom saving throw, please. Total of 7. So although you are bravely standing in front of this creature and flirting with her, you are now terrified that she may just accept. And that brings us to the rest of her turn, as she gets to do that with her multi-attack. So,
Oh, Jesus.
for our first attack of the evening, she looks towards Suave with intent.
Fate sphere.
Fate sphere?
Yeah.
Okay, and also I need you to roll your d4 for your thing.
Yes. Maybe. No, I don't use a fate sphere.
Okay.
You still have cover, right? Or half cover, or...
Yep, you do. Currently.
Yeah, then I do not use my fate sphere.
Okay, so you let the attack come. In that case, she takes flight with one thrust of her wings. She flies 10. $50. 5. Here. And negating the cover. As she first takes a bite, you just see her mouth open as her neck comes back, and she goes to snap down on you with this massive jaw and sharp teeth. As that is a... The dice would hurry up and disappear. A 26 to hit. Dealing...
It's, yeah.
12 piercing damage.
I assume she flew over me where I would not get opportunity.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she did. And 3 fire, which is reduced to 1. So a total of 13 damage on that hit. She then takes her first claw attack for 22 to hit.
Shield.
What's that, sorry?
Shield.
Casting shield,
I
using
cast
your
shield
reaction
as
to
a
cast
reaction.
shield. Okay. What does that put your armor class up to?
plus, maybe I shouldn't. It's 22. Oh, no, it's enough. That's 24.
24. Okay.
Yeah.
As her claw ricochets off of your magical barrier that you've just erected. And her final attack, another claw coming in. This one, a 28 to hit. Penetrates through the shield. For
13.
Nice. That doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, it is 13 slashing damage. And that
I look quite bloodied.
Pardon me?
I look quite bloodied.
And that ends her turn. We are now at the top of round 2. It is Nilo's turn.
Okie doke. I'm gonna cast Heroism on good old Suave there.
Okay. So you cast Heroism, did you say?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, do you mind just reading that out for everybody?
No problem. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spell casting ability, which is 3.
Okay. Good. So you're now immune. I'll put magical effect condition ring on you.
Not on myself, on Suave.
Oh, on Suave. Okay.
Yes. If he's willing.
Definitely.
Just checking.
There you go. And how many temporary hit points did Suave get?
3.
3. All right. Sounds good. And immune to fear. Right. Condition marker off.
That means I can get closer to it now, right?
If you want to, yeah. By all means.
And then I'm going to use half my movement speed to stand up.
All right. Use half your movement to stand up.
And then I'm just going to move 10 towards the dragon.
Move 10 towards the dragon?
Yes. So I assume I'll still be out of... will I be in range at that point?
Yep. You are in range.
Okay. And then I'll take a good old attack.
Okay, let's have your attack. And this is with your hammer?
Yes, correct.
14.
Not gonna make it.
No. She just kind of moves her claw back as she sees the attack coming in.
And then for flank for the Steel Defender, I'll just have him move into that space to the gem's right.
Okay, so just moving right here.
Right. That'll be my turn.
Okay, and is heroism concentration or no?
It is.
It is, okay.
For up to 1 minute.
All right.
So we got 6 rounds.
Heroism that is on Suave. It is now the Lair's turn. And as the dragon kind of just scans around, I will roll to see who will be the target. So this time it is a 4. That would be coming at Nilo.
Gonna Fate Sphere that one.
Okay, Nilo uses his first Fate Sphere. I'm gonna re-roll the target of this Lair action. It's a 4 again.
Another Fate Sphere.
Second Fate Sphere used. 2 this time. Death Trap.
Works for me.
Death Trap's gonna take the Lair action?
Yes.
Okay. The creature stares intently at you, Death Trap, and says,
Now breathe the sweet, searing air. Delight in the fragrant sulfur and ash.
And at this point, a geyser of heated chemical or like vapor comes shooting up through the floor. And this is in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point on you. Just 1 second. Still only affects you. So I need a Constitution saving throw, please, from Death Trap. An 11. An 11 does not meet the DC as this geyser of gas shoots out from the floor below, and you are poisoned until the end of your next turn. And while poisoned, you are also considered incapacitated. It means that you cannot take actions or reactions. That was the Lair action. It is now Felros's turn.
Okay. Can I duck behind the pillar so I'm not looking at the dragon? Because I'm not moving closer, I'm moving beside it.
Yeah, you certainly can. Move to here.
Yeah. Can I hold my action, which will be an Eldritch Blast, in case anyone comes near me?
Yep.
And that'll be my turn, and I'll use my for to see if I'm not frightened no more. That's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
All right.
21.
Nice.
You are no longer frightened.
All right.
And you are also immune for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
Anything else for Felros?
I think I'm just going to stick right where I'm at for now. I just had that ready just in case.
Okay. Suave, it is your turn.
Yes. I use my breath weapon and, of course, aim it at this wonderful Tarask. It's a Dex 14 check. Oh, save.
Dex 14 save. Go. 12, it fails.
Nice.
Let's have some damage, please, on that breath weapon. And what does your breath weapon look like?
It's well, it's psychic, so there's nothing much visible except for maybe a distortion in the air while I blow
Project.
the dragon. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, 10
That's
psychic damage.
And the dragon hears in her head, maybe you should find another victim in me. And I'm a bit short on bonus actions. Oh, I get to use second wind.
Okay, bonus
I think
action.
I will do that.
Second wind.
Yes. 1d10 plus 3. That's okay as well.
12 hit points back.
And oh, I put it in damage. Now I'm almost dead. Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay. Yep, so go ahead and fix that damage thing.
Yeah.
Next up is Stack.
All right. I'm frightened of this guy. I'm about 55 feet away, I believe.
Yeah, I can count for you just to make sure.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't making that up.
40, 45, 50.
Very cool. All right. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on him. It's an intelligence saving throw of 13.
Okay, int 13 for your mind sliver. It doesn't have a specific saving throw for int, so I'm just using the int ability score here. 16.
Sad day. As I saw,
Guess my psychic powers are a little worse than yours.
and then I'm going to just move 5 feet back behind that pillar, I guess. Since I can't move towards it.
Sidestepping 5 feet. Pillar. And that's it for...
Do I make a wisdom saving throw?
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Nope. All right.
14. You are still terrified of this ancient creature. Andriel.
I'm going to see what's going on over there with the dragon. I'm going to try and get behind that pillar that I was heading towards, but I'm going to take like one step and then kind of right around where I was standing. I'm going to take on another bag of ball bearings and dump those down and kind of make a little barrier.
Okay. So you step to here and then you want to make one like... Right
yes, please.
Here?
And so that's my action. And then I'll get behind that pillar that's behind me if I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to...
Do you want to be here or all the way like...
I'd like to be... Yeah, I'd like to be all the way behind it right there.
Okay. That's 30
then
feet.
I'd like... Okay, great. And then I'm going to kind of press my back up against the pillar and spend another key point to continue being in my dodge position.
All right. Key point. Patient defense. At this point, the dragon is going to use its first legendary action of this turn as it conducts its wing attack. So you see the red dragon kind of like rear up and just start like pumping its wings quite like viciously, and it creates like this windstorm in the nearby vicinity. So I need Suave and Nilo to give me a dexterity saving throw, please. (22) is the DC, so you manage to stay on your feet, Suave. Nilo, a 10 does not meet it, as you are knocked prone once again.
Does flank make a saving throw as well?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Sorry, I just...
Yep. Keep it fair, yeah. Oh, I need another saving throw for the Steel Guardian.
He has the same dex as I do, so I can just use mine, correct?
Yep,
So I'm not
sure.
sure how to use
Yeah,
this.
if they match up. 4. So also prone. Prone beside your Steel Guardian. Okay. Passing the saving throw, Suave, you do not take any damage. However, Nilo and the Guardian both take 17 bludgeoning damage. The dragon chooses to remain where she is. Okay, moving on. It is Death Trap's turn. However, you are poisoned and incapacitated, so you can take no actions or reactions. But what would you like to do?
Really? I have... Now, those don't require a save at the end of my turn, or do they?
It automatically goes away at the end of your turn.
Okay. I think the only thing I can do is in my turn and save for the frightened, right?
You had already
Can you move?
saved, or were you frightened?
I was gonna say, can you move at all, or
No actions.
yeah, but movement's not an action.
No, I'm sorry. It was no actions or reactions. You can still move.
Oh, okay. Most people can. I thought that move was a move action, so.
Oh, no. Movement is just... It's a dash action if you want extra movement.
Gotcha. So I can move a whopping 20 feet, but I cannot get closer to her. I would like to move, I guess, between her and Andriel's two rings, just straight, so I get out of that ring if I can. 20 feet or 15. I guess it would be 20 to get to the other side of it, right?
Yep. There
Perfect.
you go. And so with your movement, that would conclude your turn. The steam disappears. Your poisoned condition disappears. Now I just need a saving throw for frightened, please. Wisdom.
Yeah,
saving
and that's
throw.
wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
13. You are still frightened of this majestic and powerful creature, Death Trap. After Death Trap's turn, she's going to take her second legendary action of the round and whip her tail around. There are only 3 targets in range of the tail currently. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2 would be Nilo, 3, 4, Suave, and 5, 6. Okay, so it's Nilo, who is prone.
I'm going to use my Steel Defender's reaction to make that a disadvantage.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice.
The tail
Nice.
attack will be
See
made
if it
at
helps.
disadvantage. 22 to hit.
Whoa.
That'll still do it.
Okay, 20 to hit. So as the tail slams into you, Nilo, you take 15 bludgeoning damage. And that is all
That'll
of its
put me
legendary actions for
unconscious.
this turn.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm unconscious.
Oh, you were unconscious. Okay. So the concentration ring drops, which removes the heroism from Suave
And the 3 temporary hit points.
and the hit points.
I think they are removed now.
And it is now the dragon's turn.
Oh, jeez.
It will choose its target here for its first attack. 5 would be Stack.
I'll use a fate sphere on that.
Okay, Stack is using a Fate Sphere. And I will reroll to see who the dragon is targeting. A 4, Nilo.
Oh, shit.
I'll use another Fate Spear.
Okay, Fate Sphere number 3 being used.
Can I use a face sphere to cancel that?
Yeah. Belros uses his second to cancel Nilo, so currently it's still coming after Nilo.
I will use another Fate Spear.
4th one used by Nilo. As I roll for the new target. And it is a 5 Stack.
I will accept this.
All right, Stack is going to take one for the team. As the dragon whips around, takes flight up to its movement of 5, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, and slam down right next to Stack. And the first thing it will do is go to try to take a large chunk out of his head with a bite attack. For a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Bite attack misses. The claw. First of two is another 16. The claw misses.
Oh, you almost got me.
Third attack. This time a 24 to hit.
I'll cast shields. I'll bring it up to 25.
Reaction is used to cast shield. Your AC goes up to 25, you said?
Yes.
And the third and final attack of his multi-attack ricochets off of your arcane shield.
As this beat up looking shield that's already glowing pulses like a little bit wider in like an orb like fashion that kind of deflects the attack as it comes at me.
Excellent. Okay. And so ends round 2, everybody. Round 3. Nilo, it is your turn. As you are unconscious and therefore dying, I need a death saving throw from you, please. That is a success. So you have 1 success. Is now the Lair action in round 3.
And I'll use the Steel Defender's turn to stand up.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Oh, no, you're fine, yeah.
I'll remove the prone. It's used half of his movement. Anything else for the Steel Defender?
Yeah, I guess I'll use my bonus action for it to repair itself as well.
Okay, great. How much do you get to roll?
2d8 plus 2. Great, but it'll do.
That was the 2d8?
Yeah, that was the 2d8 and then plus 2, so 6 total back to the Steel Defender.
Okay, 6 hit points back to the All right, round 3, Lair action for the dragon. She looks again. This time she looks at Suave.
Yeah.
Okay, Suave.
Hit me.
Suave is going to take the Lair action?
Yeah.
All right. So as she stares at you, Suave, she says,
in the comforting warmth of elements of fire.
As magma shoots out from the floor beneath you.
Do I have to roll the d4?
Yep. Well, that was at the beginning of your turn, so I'd say it still lasts throughout this, because it's not your turn yet. So I'd say it's still what it was.
Yeah.
That's good for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is.
Okay. So this too is a 20-foot high, 5-foot radius geyser. And I'm going to pick the point by the pillar, just so I'm not also targeting Nilo. The dice have not been going his way, so I'll have a bit of mercy on Nilo here. I do need a dexterity saving throw from you, Suave.
Yeah.
Or
What was that for?
That is not, unfortunately, the DC. So as this lava and magma blast up from the floor underneath of you, you take 6d6 fire damage.
Ouch.
For a total of 27, which is cut in half for you to 13 fire damage.
Yes. I'm still up.
Still up. 13 damage on that. That concludes the Lair action. Means we move on. It is Felros's turn.
Taros is going to use Eldritch Blast on Nilo.
Okay, I see. Getting spicy and hot in here. All right.
Getting hot in here.
Let's have your attack roll. It is at disadvantage since he is prone.
Okay, how do I switch it to disadvantage?
You just right click on where you're doing your attack.
Oh, okay, yep.
Two natural 20s plus 5 on that. Wow. Okay.
Oh my.
I'm going to spend a Fate Sphere on that.
Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm using one against him.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me get this straight. Okay, so Nilo used a Fate Sphere to force a reroll, and then Felros is using his third to keep it as is?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing else?
I got to use that last one, I guess, right?
Okay. Nilo's using his sixth and final Fate Sphere.
And I'm using my fourth to cancel that.
All right. And there we have it. Fourth Fate Sphere used. The attack...
I use a Fate Sphere.
Yeah. All right, so Suave, you want to use your first Fate Sphere
Yes.
to force the reroll?
Yes. No. To yes, to force the reroll. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case, Felros, I do need a reroll at disadvantage.
Okay, give me one moment there. 14.
A 14. Does a 14 hit you, Nilo?
It does not.
Okay. The Eldritch Blast sizzles into the ground nearby of Nilo. I just want to check one quick thing, though.
Yep.
I know that melee attack or attacks within 5 feet are at advantage of someone who is.
Yeah.
But I
if
just
it's
want to make
range,
sure.
it's at disadvantage.
Pardon me?
It's at range, it's disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that stands. All right. So Felros attacked Nilo. Anything else for you, Felros?
Just slide me 5 feet to my right.
Have it.
It's an action. I don't really have any bonus actions, so that's it.
At the end of Felros' turn, the dragon will use a legendary action. And once again, it's going to use its wing attack, which means I need Stack to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Would this push me into lava?
No, it doesn't push you back, it just makes you prone.
Okay. You said dexterity?
Dex save. 19, a very solid roll, however, not enough to meet the 22 DC that is required.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I literally, oh gosh. Oh man.
Not prone. And you take 17 bludgeoning damage. And where you were concentrating on that spell, I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw for concentration. Oh, that's charisma, so.
What? Oh, shoot, my bad.
12. So how much damage did you take there? 17. So the DC is 10 or half the damage, which would be 8. Yep, so you're good. So you're still concentrating. You're just prone.
Cool.
That is its first 2 legendary actions to be precise. It is now Suave's turn.
Oh, Jesus. Would it be a free action if I try to drag Nilo behind the pillar?
It would be part of your movement as long as you're strong enough to move his weight.
Okay. I will at least try that.
Okay, how much do you weigh, Nilo?
36 pounds, but then plus my inventory. I think my inventory was more than I did.
Okay, can you see the total there on your inventory screen? I think it gives a total weight at the bottom.
Plus 58.
Yeah, okay. What's your strength, Suave?
12.
Oh, you're fine. Yep. Okay. So it costs you like double movement you move at half speed, dragging them.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull him?
That's 10 feet I can move.
Okay.
It's half speed.
Okay. So you pull him 2 squares?
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah. What did I use now? It was my regular movement, right? I still have my action and my
That's correct.
bonus action. But I think I will try to shoot with my crossbow again. It should be within 120 feet, right?
Yes. Yeah. The whole board is 120 feet, so you're good.
Yeah. So I will try that once.
Is this a light crossbow?
Yes, no, it's a hand crossbow. It's only 30. Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. You reminded me of that. I roll again and we take the lower one, but it's a 12.
No, that's. Oh, maybe you rolled and we haven't seen it yet. But right now the 12 is Stacks con save.
Let me see. The first one was a 18. The second one was a 20.
Yep. So 18. You managed to hit its thick hide in the back, but it just harmlessly deflects off with an 18. Anything else for Suave? Any bonus action?
No, that's it. I unfortunately I have no means of healing Nilo.
Okay, Stack, it is your turn. You are
All right.
prone.
I guess I'll stand up.
And half your movement.
For my action, I'm going to look up and I'm going to cast Blade Word on myself. As I, with my free hand, draw some symbols in the air. I'm trying to draw like the symbol of Pala in the air as the white light comes out in front of me, mixing with the glow of my shield in front. And then I'm just going to look at the queen and say,
Oh, well, it was nice of you to visit me in this corner. I hope you have fun in some other corners next time. Thanks.
Okay, do you mind just reading out Blade Ward so everyone knows?
Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Okay.
Are claws and bite considered natural weapons? Probably.
Yeah, I would say so. I'll double check to be sure. They're considered melee weapon attacks.
They're considered melee weapon attacks?
Yeah.
Sweet. I will keep that then. That's great.
Is that also a concentration? Blade Ward?
I don't believe so. It only lasts one turn. No, it's not. It just lasts one round.
Okay, so you have a magical effect ring for your Blade Ward.
And it's until the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn. Got it. Anything else for Stack?
No, I'm going to stay there.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Potions are bonus actions?
Yes, you can elect to use them as an action, but we allow them to be used as a bonus.
All right. Actually, if I could, I'm just going to drink my potion of healing.
Okay,
It's a basic potion of healing.
Potion of healing.
7.
7
Cool.
hit points back from the potion of healing.
And I kind of, as I'm drinking this, that's my talk.
Oh, I'll see you later. Oh, zip, whoa.
And then that's me.
Okay, Andriel, it's your turn.
Okay. Andriel looks out from the pillar and she sees the carnage that's happening, and she really does not want any of that. So I'm gonna continue trying to carve out a little bit of safety for myself. I'm gonna pop out around the front of the pillar like 20 feet if I can. I'm throwing down another bag of ball bearings.
Okay.
And I am booting her right back around where I was.
Okay, so you want to put another group like here or here? Where would you like them?
Yeah, just kind of in line with in between the lava and where the last ones were standing.
There?
Yep, and then I'm gonna get back around behind it.
All right.
And just for good measure, I'm gonna get pressed up as close against the pillar as I can and patient defense.
Right, so using another key point. 3 used so far. Anything else? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
At the end of Andriel's turn, the dragon is going to use its final legendary action for the round. It will lash out with its tail. Only one target in the vicinity, so this will be coming at Stack. A 4 on the die for a total of 18.
That misses.
18 misses as you manage to deflect the heavy tail that slams against your shield. She didn't like you drinking potions.
As it goes by, I kind of like high five the tail.
I'll see you now. Good going.
High five.
Nice.
You're doing great.
Okay. Next up is Death Trap.
Yeah. So just on, I did wield my longsword. I stated that. What kind of action would it take to get either the javelin or crossbow in my hand?
So if the sword is still in your hand, you could drop it, and then you...
Don't want to do that.
With your free object interaction, then you could sheath it, but then you'd have to use your action to pull out another weapon. What's in your other hand? Sorry? Shield?
Shield, okay.
So yeah, you could drop one or the other, and it would just be sitting at your feet, and then you can attack and draw the weapon as part of the attack action if you want to throw the javelin, but your sword would be at your feet.
Okay, so in order to attack it realistically, then I have to drop something. I can't sheath it, right?
Yeah, because sheathing is a free object interaction.
Okay. Then I am going to sheath the sword, use the action to pull the crossbow out, and I want to move my 20 feet back, straight back towards a wall along, parallel to the pillar.
Straight
so
back
I'm
this
moving
way?
towards back the other way, back towards that way.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet to here?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, does that put me within 5 feet of Nilo?
No, he's still
I didn't think so.
15 feet from you.
Oh, he's on the other side of the purple base, right?
He's right in this square here, so there's like 5, 10, 15.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because there is no way I could attack her this round, so that's what I'm going to have to do, and then I'll see if I can make my saving throw.
Okay, let's have that wisdom save. 17, not high enough. I think for you it'd have to be a 19 or a 20 to get that one. Oh no, it's 19, sorry. So almost, you need 16 or above.
Okay.
That makes it the dragon's turn at the bottom of the third round. And at this point, you hear her say,
This game is at an end. I will feast upon your charred flesh.
as she takes a deep inhale, and you can see that her neck begins to glow with an orange yellow, and flames begin to appear in her mouth. I think you all know what's coming. And in case you don't, she's gonna breathe fire.
No.
Right now it's coming at Felrose.
Oh, yay.
You taking it?
No, I'm gonna for Face Fear 5.
Number 5 is used by Felrose. Death Trap.
My first Fate Sphere.
First Fate Sphere used.
There's 3 of us over here.
Suave.
Fate Sphere.
Second Fate Sphere. Stack.
I have to Fate Sphere.
Second Fate Sphere. I knew this was going to be a Fate Sphere turn, obviously. Death Trap.
Second Fate Sphere.
Second.
We always get into these, don't we?
Yeah, this one is unavoidable. Suave.
Fate Sphere.
Number 3.
Only a matter of time.
It is.
Here we go.
Nilo. Oh, Nilo. With no Fate Spheres left.
No, because that's going to hit all 3 of us. I'll use a Fate Sphere.
Okay. For mutually assured safety, Death Trap uses number 3.
Yep.
That could have been the quickest game of Crucible of Fate ever right there.
It still can be.
It still can be. 3 for Felrose.
I'm gonna use my 6th and final and pray on my luck.
Okay.
And just clutch the gem and say, you brought me here. Don't let me down. And Abyssal.
In Abyssal, okay. 6, Suave.
Faith Sphere.
Number 4. A 1. What is a 1 on a D6? I don't know. Andriel.
Fate Sphere.
Okay.
My first Fate Sphere.
First.
I want to burn those pockets.
A 4. Nilo.
Who's that?
It was Nilo.
Gotta cancel it. My 4th Fate Sphere.
Death Trap, number 4. A 1, Andriel.
Fate Sphere.
Number 2.
Will any of us have any left?
The dangers of grouping together whilst fighting a dragon, folks.
Just realize that. Yeah.
A 1.
Ooh, I'm going to use another Fate Sphere.
Okay.
It's
3rd.
gonna be hilarious as Face Fear just crashing down.
I know.
Meridian is like, what is going on?
Number 5.
Okay, yep, that was heading to Nilo. Death Trap uses number 5. And now it's a number 5 for Stack.
No, I'll use a Fate Sphere. Let's keep it going. Have a good time.
That's his 3rd.
That close-up view
It's
of that.
gonna be great to watch.
Number 6,
Sphere.
Suave uses his 5th. Oh, Nilo.
I'm going to use my last, so hopefully.
This is it. We now have 3 people who have used all of their fate spheres. A 5 stack.
Fate sphere.
Number 4. Oh, can you feel the intensity building? I know I can.
Oh yeah.
Go away. Go.
Death Trap does not
Give it
have
to me.
any fate spheres left.
Yeah, I used my last.
Suave uses his 6th to re-roll.
Sorry, we got a 50-50 over here, though.
It's
It's
hit or
a
miss.
2.
Ah,
Death Trap.
Felrose.
Jeez. That was crazy.
it was nice as long as it lasted. Oh, do I have some cover?
Yes.
I love the optimism in your voice.
Okay, just give me a sec here, guys. I'm going to be asking for some deck saves here in a minute.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Oh jeez.
It turns to leave Stack's area. So, Stack, would you like to make an opportunity attack?
No, I would not.
Okay.
I don't want to accidentally kill it with my fist.
The dragon flies forward and lands heavily here. Just kind of like landing on the ground and just moving a couple of feet forward on all fours. And you see the flames swell up as it unleashes its breath weapon. For 18d6 fire damage.
Oh jeez.
Sorry, what?
18d6 fire damage. It rolls less than average damage, doing 58 fire. So,
Oh jeez.
first up, Death Trap. You are hit with 58 fire damage.
I get to save, right?
Yes, you get everyone
Not
gets a
that I'm
save. So
gonna-
we'll do your
not-
deck save first.
Not that I'm going to save, but worth a roll.
Was
Hey,
it
an
22 or something
an
like that?
18, hold on a sec here. Let me double check. Okay, it's a 21.
Damn.
So
Okay.
how many hit points do you have right now?
39.
39. What's your max?
39.
Okay. So you are down and dying, but not dead. Next in the flame is Nilo, who is already unconscious, as you are hit for 58 fire. What is your max hit points?
Max is 30. So I'm dead.
Then you are dead. As soon as you die, portals open beside everyone. In initiative order, Felros, do you step through the portal?
Oh heck yes.
Felros is gone. Suave, do you step through the portal?
Let me think about that. Yes.
Stack, do you step through the portal?
100%. Hope have fun in your corner, Queen. I step through it.
Andriel, do you step through the portal?
I whisper, better him than me, and I jump through.
Cold, but accurate. Death Trap.
I believe since I'm down, I pretty much get sucked through, right?
That is true.
So, no choice. Not that I would have made a difference.
And Nilo, I am sorry, but you are consumed in elemental flame and are burned to a cinder. Do you know of anything within the rules of Crucible of Fate that can save you right now?
Not at all.
In that case, I'm very sorry, Nate, but Nilo has been killed and is therefore out of Crucible of Fate.
Sorry, Nate.
Playing with you guys.
Yeah.
For the short time.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, it's not going to be longer but it was fun.
It was fun.
I tried what I could to save you, but
I had lots of help.
Those were some cruel dice.
Yeah, you can see the like Catholicism welling up in all of us. We all feel guilty. Yeah, man, I am so sorry. You've been a tremendous support, and you're even sporting a Crucible of Fate t-shirt right now. And that really sucks, but it has to be 3, and unfortunately, the dragon has chosen you. So we will catch up with you shortly, man, but I'm going to have to cut you from the call for now.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Quick pause here, guys. So, yeah, people have asked before, like, what happens when a fireball goes off in a group, or what happens when, like, big AoEs happen. And so I have to treat it in whatever, like, amount of realism I can. So in this case, the flames were coming out of the dragon's mouth, so we impact the person that it would hit first, and we just move down and resolve it as we go. So even though Death Trap was the target, it wasn't enough to kill him outright, but Nilo was already down, and it did more damage than his max hit points, so he was killed outright. And then at that moment that someone dies, the portal's open, and it's a free action to go through. So even though Suave would have been hit in the AoE, he's just gone. Like, time kind of freezes when someone dies just for a split second, so...
How much was the damage? 85, right?
No, 58. It was less. It was less than half. Yeah, it could have done 108 damage, I think.
Holy jeez.
What's 18 d6?
I had 15 points left, right?
Yeah.
I had 15 points left. Minus 58. It's 43, right?
Yeah.
I have 42 max.
Ooh, so you would have been dead too. Yeah.
I would have been dead too.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
As you all emerge from the portal, you are greeted by a smiling Thermgul. Welcome back, everyone. You met the Queen Wildfire. What did you think of her?
She's not very accurate with her claws or her bite, but her breath attack's really impressive.
I think she may have been toying with you a bit, Stack, but you did fare quite well. I must admit, you kept your own. Well done to all of you. It is a formidable creature indeed, and the next time that you see her, she may look a little different. You know, time works strangely down here, but where she is, it works even more differently. I hate to be a misogynist, but time will not be kind to her. She will be losing her youthfulness much earlier than expected. But congratulations are in order, truly. You did well. I was getting a bit excited when a few of you clumped together. I thought we might have a bit of a bigger barbecue on our hands, but not so much. You are tougher than you look. Any final comments from any of you? No, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. That was probably 30 of the craziest seconds in your lives. Actually, it wasn't even 30. It was more like 15. But a lot happened in that time.
Just want to say to Ferros, that was not very nice.
The game ends when one dies.
Yeah, but it was not very honorable.
Honorable in a game, it's a game. We play Crucible of Fate Rise, and
this is
stops being a game when life is at stake.
Well, your lives are always at stake in every game, and the rules were essentially followed. So, this is the game in which you all find yourselves. And it's also the end of our game for tonight, so thank you very much, folks, for tuning in for part 1 of episode 13. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Hope you all enjoy a nice, safe, long rest. See you next time, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.